Oh, hello, Andres. Please make sure that you put your Teacher of the Year on the end of your aisle so they can get out easily. How do you feel about that? Put the Teacher of the Year on the end of the aisle. They're going to come this way, and then I think like if they wanted to stand right here for the photo, he could do it right here.
And then you'll be with them, or Enrique?
No, it's just going to be them. Because Enrique and them are giving out the prizes and doing the things.
Okay,
so it would be just the person in front of this.
So we'll tell the first person.
Exactly. I'll just make a note of that right now. Have a request that you put your Teacher of the Year on the end of the aisle. We do love that you're sitting together with your people. Just make sure they can get out to come down here to be recognized. I'm going to give everybody just a chance to get settled and make sure that your honoree is on the end of the aisle. Is this so exciting or what? Yeah. Good afternoon. My name is Angela Bridenstine, and I'm the chair of the Department of Education here at Trinity University. And it's my honor, along with our department, university, our Center for Educational Leadership, to welcome you to the 41st Annual Trinity Prize. Can we get a cheer for that? 41st. We are really thrilled to mark this milestone, the 41st consecutive year since 1982, for this prize for excellence in teaching. We were talking the other day that we were even so proud that we pulled this off in that one year that we don't like to talk about, that our prize patrol went around and took the apples that had been waiting to be delivered. So nothing can stop the Trinity Prize for Excellence in Teaching. This is a joyful celebration for us every year at Trinity, and it happens during Teacher Appreciation Week, which should be every week, and we'll mark this week as well. So we're coming together to honor these 15 distinguished educators and to celebrate all educators, the essential role that our teachers and educators play in this, our San Antonio community, in our state and nation, and in the world. And as we start, speaking of joy, I'd like to recognize the mariachi group from Edison High School who played for us. I just dashed in from saying thank you to them and that they would be the first people to be recognized, and they are waiting now with their Whataburger bags, and they're about to dig in right outside. We could not have them play inside because there's actually a final happening right now, but they also wanted to be there as part of the welcome. How about that? A food truck, mariachis? This is San Antonio, and the balloon arches, of course. This afternoon, we recognize and honor all educators who, in the face of both the day-to-day predictability of teaching, you could say at like 151 any day where you're going to be if you're a teacher, right? And then also the unparalleled change and challenge of being an educator. Well, our teachers, they take on each day what their students need and what they call for. And they teach and lead in such responsive, inventive, inclusive, caring, and needed ways. So among you here this afternoon are our honorary teachers who we're going to meet a little bit more in depth later. Teachers, would you please stand and be recognized? We also have with us district and organizational leaders, superintendents, principals, school leaders. Could you please stand so that we could recognize you and thank you for your leadership? If you are a teacher or colleague of one of our honorees, or you play a role in pre-K to university education, may we please recognize you, and that includes our State Teacher of the Year who is with us from 2021. He likes to point out, I've met him for a few hours, but we say he's always the Teacher of the Year, Mr. Eric Hale. So all educators, anyone who's an educator. Let's keep the accolades going, shall we? We'd also like to recognize the important role that family and friends play in supporting teachers, students, and the profession. So, all you family members and friends, can we recognize you and cheer for you? And if you're a member of our Trinity family, students, faculty, staff, colleagues, would you please stand, because this program would not be happening without your efforts today, and we want to recognize that as well. So now we'd like to recognize our most important friend and partner who's really making this day special, like knocked our socks off again and again, and this year's so special, and that is, of course, Whataburger. So I'm honored to recognize and introduce Mr. Ed Nelson, CEO of Whataburger. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Oh, wait, I'll catch you up in a minute. I'll get you up in a minute. Sorry. A wonderful friend to Trinity University. He just might be a Trinity parent as well, which is a whole nother special role that he holds. And you can tell that Whataburger is our event sponsor. They're an amazing leader in our city always, and they are really important nationally as part of the Feeding Student Success Initiative. So at Trinity, we've been really in awe of this Feeding Student Success Initiative that Whataburger has been championing. It's their way of changing the world, and they are. And so we're so honored to be with you for that. So we want to thank Ed. We also have to thank, and I think Donna will let me do this in unusual order, but I want to thank Allie Waters next, who's really made this event so special, and it's been amazing to work with for the first time. So thank you to Allie. And Candace, I'm going to just say you're right there next to her right-hand woman, so we want to thank Candace as well. I'm going to mention that entire food truck staff, well, nearly by name at the very end. So we'll say that. So we have a big list of thank yous at the end, but I also want to thank our longtime Trinity friend and a super multi-hat wearing friend, Donna Tuttle, who also has been our champion for a long time in making this connection. So thank you, Donna, for being here today. So now I need a little help before bringing up Ed, and I'm going to call upon our provost, Provost Megan Mustaine, to come do the honors and to help us to thank Ed and Whataburger. So our provost is Dr. Megan Mustaine. She oversees all academic programs as well as budgets, I like to say, and she likes when I say that too. And so she is the leader for our vision and strategic goals, along with, of course, our new president, Vanessa Beasley, who we're really excited to have at Trinity. Dr. Mustaine's backgrounds and interests are such a fascinating constellation. She is a professor of philosophy who received her MA and PhD at Southern Illinois University and her undergraduate degree in genetics at Texas A&M University. Think about that, like that's what we should be teaching, right? Like all of that cool combination. She previously taught and served administration at St. Mary's University in San Antonio, and before us, she was the Chief Academic Officer, Vice Provost, and Dean for the core at St. Mary's College in California. She's also known for her woodworking hobby and skill. Now we're going to add croquet, because I think that's just joined that. A great sense of humor and bad jokes, I might say. No, not really. And most of all, her commitment to creating meaningful experiences for all students that foster their curiosity, creativity, and engagement. We're so honored to have you here and to help us to welcome Ed.
She just whispered budget in my ear again. I got you, Angela. Hi there, how's everyone doing? All right. It is an honor to be here today, and as I join you, there are a few things that I'd like to do in my short greetings and opening comments. First, on behalf of President Vanessa Beasley and the faculty and staff of Trinity University, let me extend a sincere and robust Trinity welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome. We are glad that you can be here, and we feel honored to host this special time of recognition for the best of the best among K-12 educators in our area. Thank you to our corporate sponsor, Whataburger, for your continued loyal support of this worthy and wonderful event. Without your charitable endeavors, we would not be able to make this day of recognition for our outstanding teachers possible. We are so, so grateful for you. To our Texas Teacher of the Year, Eric Hale, we are grateful for your presence, and we look forward to the words of commitment and wisdom that you will share with us. And next, I offer hearty congratulations to all the honorees today and the principals and school leaders, superintendents, family, and friends who are present to support them. Through the selection process led by each of your districts, you have been deemed worthy of these recognitions and awards. So go ahead, now-ish, and bask in the appreciation and acknowledgement of a job well done. So just to double down on that, today is not the day for you to be shy. Instead, here and when you leave here, kick up your heels and soar with the realization that you have made a difference, that you are making a difference. It is now my immense pleasure to welcome Ed Nelson to offer words on behalf of Whataburger. Ed, can you please come forward to be recognized and offer words to our honorees and our audience here and online?
First of all, this is a huge honor for Whataburger. We are absolutely just so pleased to be able to sponsor such a phenomenal group of people. And I want to say thank you. When I talk about sponsoring, it's not just about what we give, it's about the restaurant team that is outside making burgers. So thank you, restaurant team. Thank you, Allie and her team, for all that you do to make this so, so special. And, you know, we can't do enough. We can never do enough. And again, this is very special to me. I've got 2 boys that have either graduated here or are about to graduate from here. So I have walked through these halls, and I have to thank Trinity as well, because again, honoring teachers for this many years, oh my goodness, that's a great thing that Trinity does for our communities. You know, Whataburger likes to and enjoys, actually part of our values and vision is to make meaningful connections in our communities. So I'll say what I mean by that. You know, we've had the opportunity, I've had the opportunity to lead such a phenomenal brand, and and I think we said this, but feeding student success is one of our pillars. And when I say pillar, that's something we invest in. Since 2020, we've invested $5 million in feeding student success. That's college resource rooms that Whataburger has put, I think we're at 7 now, in communities and colleges to make sure that our college students don't go hungry. It is not, you can't study, you can't focus. And I'll say this, and I say this, and I think I'm saying this to teachers. I know that you know that. I know that every day as teachers, you get to school, you've gotten your family off to where they have to be. Children are coming in on time, they're coming in late. You make their day or you don't. You have that special touch and special moment with them early in life, all the way up through high school. That is such a gift that you have to give to our people, give to our youth. So again, the resource rooms that we do, the feeding student success, which includes, and I'm proud to say that I represent 51,000 people who have given $20 million to scholarships, to families in need at Whataburger, both to communities, kids in communities, as well as Whataburger employees. So again, we are very focused on the success of our youth. And then one of the things that I'm really, really excited about, and you feel it today with Allie, you feel it with Donna, you feel it with the team at Whataburger, is hyper-local giving. Again, that's why we're here. We're here, and I'm here to represent and honor you as teachers today. And I got to say this, you know, I'm standing up here. I am no more than a product of teachers like you. You created, people like you created every CEO, every person that has a purpose in life. Teachers created that. You inspired them to learn. You inspired them to be all they could be. And again, I know you don't see it every day in the school, in the classrooms a lot of times, but I'm a product of that. So as you go home and you think, you know, what have I done? How have I accomplished? And what life have I had? All the successes, all the people that, astronauts, surgeons that have saved lives, that's your success too. So I cannot say more and more about what you've done and what we're so thankful for. So as San Antonio, Texas, as Whataburger, as 51,000 people that I'm honored to lead and be a part of, we are so thankful. Don't give up on what you're doing because we see it. You know, I was looking, 40% of my family members, our employees, we call them family members, are ages 16 to 18 years old. 16 to 18. So you taught them how to be part of a community when they were young. You taught them how to be part of a team in a classroom. You taught them how to be part of a sports team, a project team, and we see it and feel it. And we get to actually mold that and take it to different levels that you gave us. So we see it every day in our kids. We see it every day in our youth. And I've just got to say that from a business perspective, you're the heroes. We just get to hold them for a while. You get to start them off with their life and get to mold them. We get a piece of that time. Then they go to great universities like Trinity and other universities. And I can't wait to see, and I know you can't either, what they become. I've got my wife's here, Donna Nelson. I'm a product of her as well. I have to give her credit for a lot. I'm very much a product of her as well. But again, we have Donna's grandmother, Edith Knight, her aunt, Martha Knight, are the one of two people in the nation that have been president of the same PTA. So Donna's aunt and her grandmother were president of the South Carolina PTA. And again, we only know of one other parent-student or parent-child relationship that have had that honor. Martha has been teaching for she's been in education for 60 years. So she started as an English teacher. She became the public relations Donna for the school district of Charleston, South Carolina. She became the president of the PTA for South Carolina. She's won the Palmetto Award. She has given her whole life to teaching. She's 82. She's 82 years old. She was just honored as a lifelong member of the PTA and got recognized for just a life of giving. And she is the happiest. She's very blessed, and she still reaches out to her students. So I just want to tell you, you make a difference. I see a life in her, 82 years old. She's made a difference her whole life. She gets up every morning, and she is so excited to have come from being a teacher and being part of a school and giving 60 years of her life to kids. So I'm honored and blessed and humbled to stand in front of you and thank you for everything you do. So with that, the next person, you come up.
Can we give Whataburger another round of applause for the amazing work they're doing? The Feeding Student Success Initiative really is special, and I hope you'll look and read a little bit more about that. And it does strike me also what you said about the 16 to 18-year-olds who are working with you, and what a meaningful first employment opportunity that is for them as well. So thank you for that. And as I got to sit in those chairs, I was looking at the Center for Educational Leadership, which is our 17 San Antonio school districts. We've also had that for 41 years. So thinking about that collaboration next to the university and our department, next to Whataburger, that's synergy right there. And I just had to think about that synergy and all of us working together on behalf of our communities. So again, we're very honored, and I got best day of the year, the Trinity Prize. So now I get to introduce Dr. Enrique Aleman, my partner in all things good and crime, all things good. He's the director of the Center for Educational Leadership. He's our Radford Professor of Education, and he's the director of the Trinity Tomorrow's Leaders Educational Leadership Program. And he's going to introduce our special guest, Mr. Eric Hale.
Thanks, Dr. B. It's great to be here. It's my honor. Why wait for Superman when you have a cape in the closet? These are the words Mr. Hale exemplifies by his actions in and out of the classroom. Mr. Hale is a master first grade teacher at David G. Burnett Elementary School in Dallas. He has a Bachelor of Science in Organizational Leadership from Wright State University in Ohio, and a Master of Education in Educational Administration from Texas A&M Commerce. Mr. Hale teaches in a self-contained first grade and second grade classroom and lays the foundation for mastery of English, mathematics, science, and social studies, while simultaneously raising the social and emotional self-esteem of his students and their parents. He delivers a holistic approach to education, focusing on impacting the lives of not just his school community, but also the Dallas Independent School District and across the U.S. For his achievements, Mr. Hale was named the 2021 Texas State Teacher of the Year and was chosen as the overall state representative for the 2021 National Teacher of the Year Awards. It's the first time in Texas history an African-American male received both honors. In addition, Mr. Hale was named a Master Teacher by the state of Texas, and he received the 2020 Queen Smith Award for the top elementary school teacher in an urban school district in the nation. He has been recognized in the media widely. You may have seen him on NBC's special Inspiring Americans, the NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, the Today Show, in the Washington Post and other national and local television shows and news publications. He uses his background and understanding of poverty and trauma to guide his students to excellence, no matter what they face. Mr. Hell empowers his students educationally, emotionally, and socially so that they can strive at the highest levels of global society. He's an advocate for all children, but especially those growing up in poverty and trauma. We are honored you are here, Mr. Hale, so that we can recognize you and so you can help us recognize our teachers. It's my honor to introduce Mr. Hale.
Can you guys hear me? First off, I want to say I'm honored to be in your presence. This is your moment. This award is truly an award that is one that you receive for providing service over self. I know what you've been through, especially if you serve children like mine. The children that I would say, I say that the tribe of if. You know, the kids that if they had food at home, they could excel. If they weren't being molested, they could excel. If they weren't watching their mother be beat, they could excel. If they had water, they wouldn't smell bad, and their peers wouldn't tease them, which makes them act out and fight. They wouldn't be angry. I know what it feels like to teach those children. And the fact that you are here, out of all the hundreds of teachers in the San Antonio area, lets me know the type of impact that you are making. It lets me know that you have graduated from being a good teacher to a phenomenal educator. And there's a big difference. Educators service the whole child. Educators take on the responsibility of being anything that the students that they serve need. You're their confidant. You are their mother. You are their father while they're in your presence. Their mentor, their role model, their counselor. You're the person that works with their parents when their parents are having a hard time working the internet or their parents can't read, and you take time after school to help them fill out applications and job search because you know that if I can help their parents, I can reach their children. You're the teachers that buck the system and understand that the levers of excellence and academic achievement can move simultaneously with the levers of joy and love. With that combination of engagement and academic excellence, you're being honored here tonight. So can everybody please give them a hand again? I teach in Dallas ISD, the Webb Chapel area, if you're familiar. I teach in the red light district of Dallas ISD. And it's very interesting. I teach in a barrio of Dallas. The poverty level is extremely high. We have the most certified sex offenders in all of Dallas, third in the state in the zip code that my children come from. We're talking about generational poverty. We're talking about generational emotional poverty. And we're fighting that. So if what I've described so far reminds you a little bit of where you teach, can you please raise your hand? So then I'm preaching to the choir. We are here to celebrate you tonight. So I know that some of you have already responded in text messages to some of your parents and community members because there's always things happening. Don't do that tonight. It is so hard to do what you do every day. Take this moment to celebrate yourself with your support system. Because to be honest with you, there are very few organizations like Whataburger that put their financial resources where their mouth is and support teachers across the state and across the nation. So enjoy this moment. Now, I want everybody who's a teacher, who's one of the award winners, to close their eyes. Quickly, quickly. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to use my speaker voice on loud, moving, grooving, loving, and learning. I feel too detached from you guys in there. And I didn't come here to be mad with you. Because the only difference between me and you is that a little bit of media got a hold of me. And so the story that I'm telling, I already know these
My words aren't adequate after that, are they? The script says, thank you for representing teachers and sharing your message with us to affirm, challenge, and inspire us. But I think there's more there to take action, right? To really think now about the platform that we have and what we're going to do to serve all of our kids, each and one of our kids, and especially those who really, really need it. So, Mr. Hale, your students in your classroom, I'd love to come see that sometime, but we can only imagine what you're like in your classroom. Thank you for your words today. So let's get the rest of you down here with Mr. Hale, right, to be recognized, because we know you do this each and every day. That's what he said. This is why you're here, because you are the educators who do this and who are making a difference. So as noted earlier, this is the 41st year of the Trinity Prize for Excellence in Teaching, and for each of those years, the distinguished educators have been presented with the Tiffany Crystal Apple. That's the first blue box. It's engraved with your name on it. That's our gift from Trinity University and our president's office, and we thank Dr. Vanessa Beasley for her unwavering support of this event, our department, and for our Center for Educational Leadership. In addition, the teachers are also receiving a City of San Antonio commendation from our mayor, Ron Nuremberg, Trinity graduate, which reads, "Official congratulations. In recognition of receiving the 2023 Trinity University Prize for Excellence in Teaching, on behalf of the City Council and citizens of San Antonio, we commend you for your commitment and passion to your profession. This distinguished honor is a testament of your outstanding performance in education and the positive impact you have on your students. Best wishes for continued success, presented this 5th day of May, 2023. So we thank the mayor and the city council. And then, thanks to the generosity of our partner and friend Whataburger, each teacher will be receiving the following: a $500 cash prize. Yeah, clap. We know that every year you spend personal funds for classroom supplies and student support. You buy the breakfast every morning. You put the extra $1 in for the snack. All the things that you do. And we ask also, thinking about what Mr. Hale said, that you be a little selfish and that you think about doing something nice to treat yourself. So there's that, and here are the things that might make you feel better about using that for yourself to treat yourself. There's a $250 Amazon gift card for a student organization or effort of your selection at your school or community that supports diversity and inclusion in education. Our department is also providing a $150 Amazon gift card to each of you for classroom supplies. Again, you use that for all the ways that you think that you'll be excited about and those supplies. And then, we always say this and save it for last, the amazing Whataburger basket, which includes so much terrific swag. And y'all, do you know what's in there besides the spicy ketchup? Whataburger for a year. I told you that. I said I was going to say Whataburger for a year, and it would go, woo! So, yeah. So we hope you're wrapping your head around all of that. And again, thank you to Whataburger, to President Beasley, our department, and everybody coming together. You're now going to wrap your arms around that. So what you're going to do is the first person's going to come down and you're going to meet us at the first table for the first prizes. You're going to scoot down, and then I'm going to be at the first spot, and then Dr. Aleman's going to give out the proclamation, and then Mr. Nelson's going to give the Whataburger basket. You're going to pass in front. You're going to stop here. We're going to take your picture so that we have that, and then you're going to go back. How does that sound? Can you do that? Okay. So I'm really excited and thankful to bring up Dr. Vanjie Aguilera, who's our leadership coordinator for our Center for Educational Leadership and works with our leadership program as well. She helped to get us the commendation, has been a big part of this, and she is going to introduce each of our honorees and tell you a little bit about them. Thank you, Vanjie.
Well, I think you got the directions, but I'll say, educators, when your name is called, please come forward
to receive your well-earned recognition and gifts. I will read a brief quote, a quote from your application during the introduction. Our Tiger Network is live streaming, so when you come up, please be sure to face forward as well so everyone can see you. And audience, let's give each honoree a huge round of applause. This is not the time to be shy. So we begin. Benjamin Keenan, Alamo Heights ISD. He teaches English language arts. The principal, Corey Smith. Superintendent, Dr. Baina Bashara. Quote, I'm a big fan of looking at public education as a collaboration of stakeholders. My contributions to community, district, and profession are forever intertwined. I like to think that I'm a good faith ambassador for various audiences. My contribution is that I do my best to steer us away from pitfalls of numbers, weight, GPA, rank, etc., and towards the purpose of mastery, rubric language, and above all, separation of the product, the student, and the students themselves. I continue to love my job and love the opportunity to work with students to achieve their goals. And I'm grateful for those outstanding colleagues that continue to show up and to serve in truly a vital capacity. Benjamin King. Okay, I have to go faster. East Central ISD, Maribel V. Arias. She's at Oak Crest Elementary, 3rd grade dual language teacher. Principal, Joette Barnes. Superintendent, Roland Toscano. As an educator, I have the ability to help my students and children understand that even when we face challenges and losses in life, we can still have dreams and be successful. I purposely make my classroom fun, loving, and learning environment where we celebrate diversity. I will always advocate for all students and my children. My goal as a teacher, mother, daughter, and wife is to be a good role model and to leave a lasting impact in the lives I touch even after I'm gone. I am proud, I am EC proud for East Central. Thank you, becoming a teacher. Before becoming a teacher, she served in the U.S. Navy, so thank you for your service as well. Congratulations. Edgewood ISD. Patricia D. Rodriguez. Patricia is a bilingual dyslexia intervention teacher at Winston Intermediate School of Excellence. Principal, Ana Cantu. Superintendent, Dr. Eduardo Hernandez. I have chosen to stay in Edgewood over the course of my entire teaching career because I want to give back to the community and to the district that molded me into the person I am today. Most importantly, I want the students that look like me and speak two languages like myself to know that being bilingual goes beyond the ability to communicate in two languages, that it is the essence of who we are, and that is our heritage. Patricia's father played a key role in the landmark Supreme Court case, Rodriguez versus San Antonio ISD, and she has made it her mission to continue his legacy. Fort Sam Houston ISD, Yvonne Insignia. She's at Robert Cole Middle School, English 8th grade teacher. Principal, Dr. Joseph Serna, and Superintendent, Dr. Gary Bates, sorry, Gary. Quote, I offer a safe environment where my kids can express themselves freely without judgment. I show respect for all my students and mentor them based on their personal growth and personal best. I have a very low behavior referral rate because my students know that I care not only about their grades, but also as human beings. I foster a growth mindset, and my kids buy into their own learning in my class. I have a great rapport with my students and cheer them on when I attend their volleyball, football, and basketball games. And I'm sure they're cheering them. Thank you. Harlandale ISD, Elizabeth Padron. Elizabeth is a first-grade dual language teacher at Columbia Heights. Her principal is Erlinda Martinez Longoria, and superintendent is Gerardo Soto. Her nominator writes, she is the most dedicated, positive, and happy glass half full people I have ever met. Mrs. Padron is all about the students. If you have ever walked into her classroom, you will notice the kids are happy, engaged, and are having fun in their learning. They walk out into the hallways smiling and waving. Mrs. Padron brings a calming presence to her classroom that grows each student socially, emotionally, and academically. She has excellent communication with her families and is invested in building relationships. Ms. Elizabeth Padron is an outstanding teacher because she cares deeply about her students. Congratulations. Judson ISD, Emily Perry. Emily is at Judson High School. She's at Judson High School, social studies teacher, 10th and 11th grade, AP World History and Dual Language U.S. History. Principal is Richard Mendoza, and superintendent is Milton Rob Fields. Growing up, schools were a source of comfort to me. They brought my stability to my life, a sense of order, and invigorated my passion for history and the desire to make a difference in the world. I am extremely proud of my family's legacy in education and relish in the idea every day that I am continuing it. Every day I get to go to work and feel the impact that I am making on students, and it gives me purpose. They give me the energy throughout the day and all the motivation in the world. They are the reason I love my job. You got it. You got this. Lackland ISD, Kathleen Brock. Kathleen is at Stacy Junior Senior High School, the band and choir director. Principal Hunter Shelby, Superintendent Dr. Bernie Roper. Her quote, "My teaching journey has led me to where I find myself today has been anything but usual. Though I love music since childhood, I have never saw myself as becoming a music teacher, thinking that I did not have the patience for it. From the first day in front of students, I realized that the focus in teaching, much like the focus in life, must be on the relationships that are created. By putting my students first, I have been able to create lasting, meaningful relationships, and I hope they come to define my career." Congratulations. Northeast ISD, Dr. Yuka Kato. She's at Johnson High School. She teaches Japanese. Principal, Mr. Gary Commonlander. Superintendent, Dr. Sean Micah. Quote, I am the teacher who started the Japanese program back in 2007, writing a curriculum and lesson plans for all levels of Japanese. I continue to hone the curriculum every year and lead the Japanese teachers in our district to modify and create lesson plans. This small program has become strong yet sustainable. It is now offered in all high schools with 7 full-time teachers and over 800 students. I also train students to become competitive Japanese language speakers. As a result, one student was placed 2nd in the world at the International Japanese Speech Contest held in Japan. Congratulations. Northside ISD, Carolyn Noel Dennis. Carolyn is at John Folks Middle School. Principal, Sean McKenzie. Superintendent, Dr. John Kraft. Nicole writes, I went to college for law enforcement, but soon I realized I would not be the right person for that job. I gravitated toward middle school because that's when my own life took a turn, and I subsequently moved in with my grandmother. I know firsthand how hard this time of life can be, so I chose and continue to choose to be the bright spot for kids out there that might not have one elsewhere. Her nominator writes, Mrs. Dennis exemplifies the best qualities of a teacher that every student should experience in their lifetime. Congratulations. You got it. Oh. Oh, we went away with the basket. You want to hold the basket, please? San Antonio ISD, Oscar J. Garcia Roman. From Cass Med High School, teaches Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry, Pre-Calculus, all in English and in dual language. Principal, Dr. Eddie Rodriguez. Superintendent, Dr. Jaime Aquino. Quote, thanks to my mother's support and example of will and determination, I was always clear about the importance of studying to get better opportunities in life. I was fortunate to have great teachers throughout my academic career whose dedication and love for what they did was noticeable. From them, I received not only the technical aspects of education, but also the values of perseverance and effort. I want my students to connect with real-life applications and carry out projects where they can demonstrate their progress and their mastery. Reflection on my teaching practices is a critical component between the design curriculum, the taught curriculum, and the assessed curriculum. All the time, I am adjusting to improve my practice. Somerset ISD, David Joseph Guerrero Gomez. David is at Savannah Heights Intermediate, teaches science 5th grade. Principal Cynthia Gomez, Superintendent Dr. Jose Moreno. My grandmother's life and her desire to serve others caused me to think about my own journey and contributions to society, and gave me the push I needed to pursue my career as an educator. I strongly believe that a personal growth mindset must be at the forefront of any educator. An educator's willingness to learn from peers, students, data, critical feedback, professional development opportunities, and unique experiences is important in developing an effective, positive, and valuable teaching philosophy. I truly feel that I have learned the most at moments when I have failed, and I humbled myself to understand that failure is an opportunity to grow and develop a new mindset. Congratulations. South San ISD, Michael Zarola. Michael is at South San Antonio High School and teaches physics. Principal Erica Armendariz, Superintendent Henry Isaguirre. Quote, every year when school starts, I have a number of students who tell me they specifically signed up for my advanced physics class because a friend or a sibling told them that they had to take that class. They always describe it the same way, hard but fun. That's exactly the reputation I want my class to have. I want to be known as a teacher who is challenging, the class that is always to keep them on their toes, the class with no free days, but also the teacher who will take the time to make class interesting and exciting. Congratulations. Southside ISD, Jason D. Garcia. Jason is at Lozoya Middle School, 8th grade science. Principal Kendra Blackman and Superintendent Rolando Ramirez. This quote, as an educator, I decided that it was imperative that we truly understand the influence that we can have on a young individual. In addition, our profession does not always provide instant gratification. Sometimes we do not see the effect we have had on students until years have passed and the same student is now a senior in high school and they come up to you and tell you how much they loved your class and you. I want my students to feel safe and confident in my classroom. Mistakes are encouraged. After all, we learn so much from our mistakes, especially in science. That's the scientific method, after all. Congratulations. Southwest ISD, Cecile Castañeda. Cecile is at Southwest High School, teaches Spanish 2, French 1, and French 2. Principal is Amanda Wagner. Superintendent is Dr. Jeanette Ball. Quote, I try to practice kindness and empathy in each class, and I demonstrate to my students every day that learning a language both empowers and humbles you at the same time. We learn together and we struggle together. I have managed to show them that we are a community of language learners. I feel the support I can provide as a veteran teacher is critical to the success of the new members of our high school. I strongly feel that one of the most important factors in the success of a new teacher is the support of a veteran and experienced teacher, willing to guide, inspire, model, and reassure. Congratulations. Yes. Winston School of San Antonio, Deanna Strahl. Deanna is in the upper school teaching English and world geography. Headmaster Dr. Perry Ann Chabot, quote, "It is important to me to have a learning environment where my students feel comfortable. They need to feel physically and emotionally safe. I want my students to feel supported, appreciated, and valued. It is vital that I have a good relationship with my students and their families. My students are not afraid to ask questions or make mistakes. I make it clear that it is not about the grade, but it is about the learning. The advice I would give a new teacher would be to listen more, speak less, ask questions, stay away from gossip, admit when a mistake is made, and really get to know your students." Sounds like great advice.
What an amazing group of educators. Can we please have one more round of applause for the 2023 Trinity Prize educators? Also, I just walked up and I was glancing around to try and find where these beautiful Tiffany apple bags were. They're in the podium, but it was nice to see your hands bundled up. But we didn't have this idea that you get, so come get your Tiffany bag if you'd like at the end also. Our sincere congratulations to all of our distinguished educators for giving us such an amazing vision for teaching. Before we leave the ceremony, there are some special groups who we would like to recognize at the ceremony. They are our students. Our undergraduate students and our teach organization are here, and we also have with us our Master of Arts in Teaching interns who are completing their year-long internships to become teachers like you. They will be graduating in a few weeks as our next generation of teachers who are bright, passionate, and committed to providing the highest quality of education possible for each and every child. Along with the MAT students, we have students in our Master of School Psychology cohort, as well as our Master of Educational Leadership, who are completing their program in July and are our next generation of leaders. How proud we are of this talent and this leadership pipeline for our profession, and how fortunate we are that they will start and continue their careers in schools, districts, and organizations represented here today and mentored by you. So thank you for all you're doing to welcome this next generation of teachers and leaders. Can we ask our students who are here to please stand and be recognized and encouraged to continue in this career choice? Undergrads, MATs. Daisy, why did it take you so long to stand up? That's you that I was talking about. Hello? Finally, before we close, a moment of gratitude and appreciation to the people who have made today possible. Of course, that's the teachers, but the other people who have made that possible. Thank you again to Whataburger from the bottoms of our hearts and our stomachs, perhaps. We want to thank Ed and his spouse, Donna, for being here today, Allie, Candace, our other Donna, and here are the other people who we didn't say before, but who made this happen in the food truck area. Sam Dickey, Robert, Lisa. Poor Lisa, she was the one who had to say, "Are you here for the event?" when everybody walked up for the burgers. So to the entire food truck and logistics team, we thank them very, very much for making this extra special. I mean, Allie, when you said, why don't we have the food truck there? Thank you for the food truck. Thank you for the food truck. The coordinators of your school and your district who participate in this nomination process and all of the liaisons in the superintendent's office, we very much appreciate all of that. We no longer ask for an extra application so that we cut down on the work on you, but that means that we have to work closely with all of those folks. So we thank them very much. We also are appreciative of the mayor's office and the office of city clerk, our Trinity University colleagues who can make huge strides in this event, including our team in the development office. And I especially want to thank Mindy Miller-Hill. Thank you for everything that you've done to make this a very special event for our teachers. And Celeste and Pat and the rest of the team. It makes me emotional. You don't know how easy and fun it is to work with all of these people because they know they're making this day special for teachers. Our facility staff who set up the reception and do all of the behind the scenes work, and our wonderful catering team at Trinity who provided some of the accompanying refreshments through Aramark. Our Tiger Network who's streaming this, as well as our strategic communications and marketing colleagues, Carla, who's sitting right over here, and then Josh Ryan, who are behind the scenes, and Sam, our photographer. Thank you for being here today as well. You know when you have friends like TUPD who stop you this morning at 10:30 and say, we're ready for you, we will direct people, we want everybody to have a great experience? It's everybody at Trinity who pitches in on this event. So we thank everybody at TUPD, our Laurie Auditorium staff, everybody who participates to make everything in this building run so beautifully. And of course you met Dr. Mustaine, Dr. Beasley, and a huge thank you to our Department of Education and Center for Educational Leadership team. They're the Trinity Prize Patrol. We don't go on patrol, we bring you here. But Vanjie Aguilera, Enrique Aleman, Lisa Chavez, Ashlyn Dreghorn, Judith Espinosa, Lisa Knecht, and Ana E. Rocha. We thank them all for all of the work that is like a day-to-day, are we making this special enough for our teachers? So thank you to all of those folks, and you always worry that you've forgotten somebody, so we thank all of them. So this concludes our ceremony today. I can't believe it's over. I'm a little emotional and sad, but super excited. Hope that you walk out of here floating as teachers or people who know the teachers. And again, we know that for each one of you who's here with the name tag on and your handful, there are so many colleagues who stand with you and legions of teachers in your schools and in your friendship circles and in your professional circles. So we hope that this feels like a lasting celebration and that this really helps you to float into continued service. As Mr. Hale said, don't leave. Please stay in the profession. Keep continuing to tell people that this is such an honorable and important profession and that we need the best and the brightest to be teachers. It is indeed the noblest profession. And thank you, Ed, for saying, reminding us that all other professions depend on teachers, right? So we thank you for that. So thank you. Float out of here. Good night. Good night. Oh, and can we have a group photo? Sorry, group photo. Thank you, Carla. Group photo with our honorees. I'll give you a blue bag for coming down.